All right, some hockey news and more. Mine's here. Mine.
Hudson, we're going to talk about goalies. Of course, they can save or cost you games, and series are often praised for a deep playoff run or blamed for an early exit. But the last line of defense is the last thing the Victoria Grizzlies coaching staff is worried about. They are in the enviable position of having two #1 goalies. The tandem of Michael Stiliadis and Brady Rollo have backstopped the team to the second-best record in the BCHL. Every pad save made or puck that gets missed is being monitored. Practice is part of a daily audition for Grizzlies goalies Brady Rollo and Michael Stiliadis.
You kind of look down the other end and see if he's getting scored on, if you're not, and there's always that like will to save the next one if he didn't save that one or something. So it's pretty fun.
We both knew that we were both going to be fighting for the job and stuff, so I think it's good we both compete, and it's coach's decision, I guess.
It's kind of just one of those decisions I make based on a gut feeling and based on what I'm seeing in practice. Not quite a coin flip, but pretty close.
It's a nice problem to have. The goaltending tandem has backstopped the Grizzlies to the second-best record in the league.
No, do you ever look at the standings and just kind of start giggling to yourself?
I do, like, once in a while, and I mean, it's just so cool that all of us have come together like this from different places and different teams, and it's pretty cool to see Victoria at the top.
The two goalies share a common goal. They both want to be the #1 guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. I mean, who doesn't, right?
We both want it bad, but that's part of why we don't have one, is they're both capable and they both want it so badly. Can't really put one of them in a backup role. So
their playing styles are as different as their tastes in music.
What's in your iPod then before a game?
Country.
Hip-hop.
Stiliadis is a butterfly goalie and plays low and compact.
I really like Marc-Andre Fleury. Yeah, I like the way he plays, so I try to model myself after him.
Brady uses more of his 6'2" frame to block shots and is technical. He uses his off-season roping skills to read the plays.
I guess in this case, read the play, and with your horse, and read your horse, and read the calf, and read your partner, and it's I don't know, it's more of awareness than anything.
So you can read the ice, so these guys are just a bunch of cattle out there.
Yeah, pretty much, I guess you could say that.
Both Rollo and Stiliadis would like to wrangle 3 wins this weekend, but which goalie will be getting more playing time has yet to be decided.
Stiliadis is going to play Friday, and then we're going to go see how it goes from there.
Well, speaking of goalies, this is a pretty good one, but not good enough to crack the World Junior roster, apparently. Port Alberni-born Laurence Brossoit was cut late this afternoon by Hockey Canada. I don't really understand this decision. Brossoit stopped all 13 shots faced and combined with Malcolm Subban for a shutout in today's final audition at selection camp. He allowed just 1 goal in yesterday's inter-squad game. 4 goalies were invited to camp. The 3 others will spend Christmas in Russia. The junior tournament starts on Boxing Day.
It's always frustrating when you don't know what else you could have done, and I thought I stopped the pucks that I needed to stop, and I guess it's not just camp that they evaluate you, and I'm just gonna take this experience and learn from it and better myself for the future.
If you want to see a young man that does nothing but torch goalies, head to the Archie Browning Sports Center tonight for the Wolves and Cougars game. Cougars captain Brody Coulter is riding a 26-game point streak into this matchup. In 29 games, he's amassed 77 points. That works out to 2.7 points per game. Puck drop at 7 p.m. Well, thanks to Ryder Hesjedal, cycling has never been more popular in Canada, and it's especially true right here in his hometown, where people are getting a lot more serious about riding and racing. The Russ Hayes cycling team is making some major changes leading up to the 2013 season by expanding their women's and junior programs. They've already recruited some of the country's top talent.
So we got Hillary Willie, who's a young girl transferring over from the triathlon circuits, and she's just a powerhouse, a really nice girl, really looking to see some great things. We're also bringing a veteran woman as well. Her name is Nick Vogler, and she's coming over from the Mazda Specialized team from Quebec. She's originally from Victoria. Very strong rider and definitely going to do well in some of the top races. And then we got Jordan Duncan, who's a young kid, 18 years old, BC time trial champion. And if you remember how Ryder won the Giro, it was in the time trial. And we got a young kid who's the top in BC already in his age group. So yeah, we got a lot of young talent, and that's our story. We want to take kids to that next level so they have the opportunity to turn pro.
And to help the cyclists get to that elite level, the Accent Inn's Russ Hayes team has enlisted the services of cycling guru Hushang Amiri. He's coached Olympians and world champions in the past. The season begins in March, but the training started today.
It's been unreal so far. Like in the first 3 weeks, I've already done testing and your training zones, and yeah, it's been super cool. I've got a new bike on the way and just so excited. My goal long term is the Olympics, so looking at baby steps first.
For this season, it's to be selected to the national team to go to the World Championships in September. General overlook on my career, I guess. I'd like to move on to be an Olympian.
Well, Steve Nash's return to the Lakers lineup can't come soon enough. The team takes a 3-game losing skid into Madison Square Gardens for tonight's game against the New York Knicks. A 9-3 record. Where is this Showtime Lakers team that we were all anxiously anticipating? Let's talk about someone who's really fast. South African sprinter Oscar Pistorius, also known as Blade Runner, the double-leg amputee, proved that he could race with able-bodied athletes at the London 2012 Games, took on a new challenge yesterday in the Arab state of Qatar, and raced a horse. He beat the horse by more than a second. The stunt was part of the Definitely Able campaign, which aims to highlight the amazing feats Paralympians are capable of.
Wow.
He beat a horse, Hudson.
Wow.
That is fast.
Not beating a dead horse. That's
not beating a dead horse, no. But man,
it was a shame how his race in the in the Olympics, the relay that he was part of.
That was too bad, but he did win 2 gold at the Paralympic Games, so that's good.
What an athlete.
All
right, Muzzy, thank you.
You're welcome.